propeller blades will mount like this, potentially like this, or like this I should say, and the blades come to about here. So all I got to do is build fiberglass all this, put a top on there. So this is super cheap, about 50-60 bucks. So that's cool. So that being said, let's go ahead and assemble some goodies. So we're all involved in this kit. Goodies. Lots of goodies. Nuts and bolts. And just so you know, real men don't need instructions, because we would rather do it 60 times over again and again. So all I'm worried about today is not doing remotes, all that. It's not part of the show today. So what I am working on is this simple, what looks like, for the most part, this ball joint thingy, I'm going to sit in there like that. This will mount to the ceiling. Okay. See, that's how good I am. Just hang it. Yeah. Super simple. Everything makes sense. Right here, what you're looking at is the top plate that fits like this, that hides the prop. So realistically speaking, that could be anchored like this, which is probably how I'll do it, just to clean up the look. Actually, that works out really well. Now, okay, and get some tools. Don't like turbo mode. Tend to strip things because these things aren't cheap little screw guns. Throw tools and parts. That's what you got to do. Throw tools and parts. So this is a 4-blade propeller setup. Probably what's going to go on is, yep, looks like what we got going on there. Okay, so it tells you up. This is the top part. This says up. So what I'm looking at, which makes sense to me, is that these are going to end up like that. Okay, that makes sense. Come on. What I liked about this electric fan, I prefer it has some kind of wiring for lights, but when you look through this, it goes all the way through. So realistically, I could tap into this, put a converter in the ceiling that will basically drop the voltage down to 12 volts or whatever to run, you know, fancy strobe lighting, things like that. This actually is really handy. So anyway, what I do like about this fan is it's insanely simple. So like right now, this fan, if I can get the freaking thread started, come on buddy. It's like they, So ceiling fan blades, see how they come in tan, or you can go black. What's cool about this is if I wanted this really to look to scale, what I would do is I would chop these blades down to be about the width of that, and it would look extremely close to scale, but it would also lose some airflow, and the whole point of this is it's a ceiling fan. But let's see, what do we got going on here? Interesting. Let me double check something. Oh, it's a 5-blade. That's why. I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. Keep forgetting the real version of this is a 5-blade. Come on, buddy. So what you're looking at is these angled portion is what changes the pitch, so that when it's rotating counterclockwise or whatever, it makes total sense. But what actually is cooler, I don't know, I'm getting too excited because this is such a simple ceiling fan that I can really do some creative stuff with this. I could do some drones, maybe put a big orb on it with like the Oblivion orb drone thing that they had. You know, that kind of stuff would be kind of cool to do. This is actually turning out to be a simpler idea than initially I thought it was going to be. The initial thought was I was going to have to be some hardcore engineer. As you can see already that there's not much to this. I stayed away from LED lighting because LED lighting stuff tends to have these little modules in them that have to step down and change voltages so everything runs correctly. I didn't want to deal with all of that kind of stuff. So this is a basic 110 ceiling fan without a bunch of drama. Look at that, no instructions. I feel proud of myself. I'm so manly. Okay, so anyway, trust me, there's some things. Electrical, I always read the instructions. Mechanical, I can look at stuff. Everything in my head is 3D, so I don't even usually need instructions. I can tell you how this goes together just by glancing at the types of bolts, screws, all that kind of stuff. Look at that, 5-blade ceiling fan. And realistically, I could get even more creative. Dude, this is like so friggin' simple. Look, Charlotte, I'm drinking water. See, I'm gonna die drinking water. No, my wife Charlotte likes to get on to me for not drinking enough water. Okay, so here's the gist of what you're seeing. Normally this ceiling fan, you know, And then if you notice, this centerpiece here, when you spin the fan, does not move. So what we're doing is we're taking advantage of that fact by anchoring that there instead. And then this will end up like this. So for my buddy, dude, like jazz. So the center hub assembly is about there, and these blades will come, like you can see, right to about the edge of where this assembly is going to be. So that's how cool this is. I will sell the crap out of these. It'll cost me next to nothing to make, and that's how we roll. These are all just some pretty parts that I probably won't need. This is likely to be, yeah, see, it's like I'm genius or something. I almost don't even know what's wrong with it. Put this like that. Cramp this boy down. So what will happen is if you have a high ceiling, you'll drop this down, which I'll end up painting all of this a light color to match the room, so like a white, and then the rest will stay dark colored, and it'll look pretty trick. So, I have to admit, looking at this, I don't know what these are. Probably a cosmetic monkey business thing. Oh, I see. It's apparently, looking at it, it's got three cosmetic thing. Probably won't use those because then it'll make it look like grandma's house, and that's not what we're shooting for. So I am extremely pumped. So there you go. What you're going to see is this kind of thing going on with this sweet Hughes 500, which I will get detailed on. And as you know, for 5 years I've been working on a bigger one, and someday I'll make the mold. But I ended up getting this 3D printed helicopter, which I'm going to cover in fiberglass next steps, and we'll go from there. So anyway, thanks for checking out Skullcraft Custom. See what kind of crazy things we do. Unfortunately, my mind never stops, and neither does what goes on in the shop. So stay tuned, and please subscribe, because I'm a cool guy, and I make cool things. I'll talk to you guys later.